Back here, we hit our target here, our first target for Caspa at 10,938. We actually went up through it, ended up hitting 11,744. All right, we're up 15.65% today. All right, for last month, we're up 64%. For last week, 30.88%. All right, so looking pretty decent for the last 3 months here. We're green. Then underneath that, of course, you had your massive pullbacks here for the last, last while, last 6 months, right? At least. Let's take a look at this here. Because I started a video, and to be honest with you, my allergies were bothering me so bad I had to go take it to Claritin and start over here. I was doing some yard work, and they ended up kicking in. So terrible time of year if you have allergies. All right, and on a 15-minute, I've been looking at this. It was kind of perfect because the video last when I started it last, it was doing a break through this resistance line. I said if it closed below this green line, the candle, 15-minute, and it did, that we're probably having a push down to here, okay, which is down at right about 10.7. All right, and what we could be looking at here is this right here. All right, A, B, C, right down to here. All right, yeah, this is more than likely a fake out, a fake breakout, grabbing liquidity, and what you're going to have inside this C leg is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. All right, looking for if it works out right, somewhere right around there, and you have an ABC correction, and then more than likely a pushback to the upside here. All right, so we'll see what happens here, but that's what it's looking like. All right, as long as it stays below, what is it here? 11.3, which it looks like it's going to. 15-minute RSI starting to roll over here. All right, you got your daily right at the very top. Okay, but looking like we got some more upside here. Weekly heading to the upside. All right, and your monthly looks great. Look at that. Look at the bottom down here, stochastic. That looks absolutely perfect. All right, so we'll come back to this chart here in a second. See how this ABC is working out. I got some really great charts to show you guys. All right, but we have hit our first target here. That was the 618 and 702. Right over here on your left. We have come up and we busted through that. So probably looking at some higher targets here. I got some cool stuff to show you guys. So hold on one second, please. Bitcoin. Now, if it's doing the ABC we talked about, and I do use Elliott waves a lot. I seen that in the comments. When you use Elliott waves for everything else looks like an ABC. Maybe so. I don't know. I like my Elliott waves. The market moves in waves of 5. It's a fact. It does. You can't debate that, right? I mean, I love my Elliott waves. I absolutely love them. When you're looking for moves up, what do you count? How do you count them? Or moves down? I don't know. Some people use support and resistance. Some people use the fib, some people use Elliott waves, some people use them all. And it all depends on what you prefer. I like Elliott waves and I like my fib. Right now, if Bitcoin is doing this ABC, the way we measured this out was right here. Right, took a measurement off of here. We hit a 702 and a 618. All right, so we're right in that area between both of them. All right, so if you pull it down on top, anywhere from 13 and a half to 12.7, 12 and a half, 12 and a half to 13 and a half, right around there, if this works out. Okay, and what I found pretty neat was, number one, all right, if a lot of traders out there use a fib. That's mostly everybody. If you don't, I have a hard time believing that. But um, what they seen here was a 618702, 5 waves up, then you get an ABC, right? Typical normal stuff. Seen it hit here, pulls down, comes over here, right? You got your resistance line, does a fake out to the upside. All right, so I'm sure, let's blow this up a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, does a fake out to the upside right here, a break of resistance. So you have all these people that took shorts right here, just about even with that. You look at that dotted line, look to the left. All right, you have them closing their shorts because, breakout. Nope. And then you have a lot of people opening longs here, right? They see a break of resistance. Up here goes Bitcoin. Nope. Bearish engulfing candle. And what's it do? And it heads to the downside. All right. So you had people closing their longs or closing their shorts, opening up longs, and took out both of them. Grabbing liquidity, right? I mean, that's what this thing's great at. And the real move looks like possibly to the downside. Broke this bottom area of support here. Broke it, came back up. Looks like a retest and a possible rollover. If it finishes this out, which if it does, no guarantees, but I'd be looking down this area down here, right? But put a line mark down here, anywhere from there to there, somewhere through here, and we'll see if it works out, right? I mean, if a measurement of this wedge looks like it would be deeper, don't it? Does. Wow. Yeah, it looks definitely deeper, huh? We'll see what happens here, but a measurement with the fib. Let's see, real quick. I don't want to waste a lot of time on this. You get your 702, you got a 618 right there. 618 is right here. All right, so if you pull this down on top of that 702 is 113 and a half to 112. Is that 112.9 right around there? So we'll see what happens. All right, but quite honestly, I think it's going to pull down here, but we'll see what happens with it. All right, now Bitcoin dominance. Wow, we have has that gotten smashed. This looks great, guys, for alt season. Look at this on a 4-hour. Just a bleeding right off, right? 12-hour. Beautiful. I mean, we haven't had a break like this for a very, very long time. On a weekly, look at that. Absolutely perfect. Needed to break this yellow line right here, and that's at about 59%. It breaks 59, starts heading into 58, and it's probably really going to pick up steam. What I found interesting is the RSI. All right. Here we go. The weekly heading straight down. The monthly. Look at that monthly. Look at that break. And what I found interesting was back here in 2020, before our alt season started, this thing was right here on the RSI, right there. Right. Look how much higher this one is than we're at now. I mean, if you pull this up, let's blow it up so you can see it. Look how much higher this we are this time. I mean, a bigger, steeper fall off here, possibly, right? We'll see. Right here was 2020. Here was the alt season right here, and here we are now. Could have a pretty drastic drop here with dominance. That looks Fantastic. That's what we've been waiting for a long time. Now, if you come over here and look at others, I'm going to show you some cool charts today. So please hang in there. Some stuff that this is all your altcoins except your top 10. All right, excluding the top 10 cryptos. Right up here to your left. Crypto total market cap, excluding your top 10. So this takes out XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, all your top ones, your top 10 tokens. And you can see we've had a breakout, all right? This was pretty much a fake out through here, right through here, and we have had a break. And this is a monthly chart, monthly RSI just turning to the upside. That looks absolutely fantastic. Now, we let's go over here and others dominant. This is the same thing, excluding your top 10 cryptos, excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum. Look at a monthly, just turning to the upside. All right, back here, where was 2021 at? Or 2020? All right, right here is where our alt season started, right there, 2021. Yeah, you can see the green. It started back to the upside right here. And the others, wow, look how hard they ran up here. Unbelievable. And once again, I do like my Elliott waves, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. You got 5 to the upside. And over here, what do you got? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. I mean, it's just the way the market moves. I mean, that's if you're looking, for a move to the upside. I don't know how you count yours, but I use Elliott waves. I mean, a fib works too, no question about it. Look at that. Look how close. 1618. 17%. This went up to 19.3, but pretty close, right? That's why I love my fib. No question about it. This could end up being a very, very big run here. Like I said, this one started here, right? Look at that, nice. And this is probably going to come back up here, break through, and take off. But this is the others' dominance. Like I said, the monthly looks great. All right, now the total market caps. They got to be looking really good. The total market cap of crypto, 3.85 trillion. Yeah, look at that break. Look at that. That looks great. I mean, look at that. Looks absolutely beautiful. And this is all of your cryptos, all of them. All right. And if you're counting waves, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this the 5th one? That would include Bitcoin and ETH. All right, here's your total 2. This is all your cryptos excluding Bitcoin. All right, let's get this off here. Sorry about that. This looks like it has ways to go. Has not even made a new all-time high yet. All right, and in your total 3, this is everything excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And once again, is this a 5th wave? All right, it did make an all-time high, just barely, right back here. I got red candle right up here. Took out the prior all-time high. So it did make a new all-time high back in, what was that? December 2024. It did right there. All right, so yeah, everything is looking good. It's up through the 786. The total 2 up through the 786, and your total is well through the 786. All right, so then we're looking great. We're going to go back to that Caspa chart here in a second, but the crypto bubbles. And if you would hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that, guys. If you want to join the Discord, we have 170 some members over there. People posting trades all the time. Ollie puts a bunch of them out there. Has some really good ones out there today. It's a good time to be in a group trading, that's for sure. It's $15. That gets you access to the Discord, and it gets you 10 hours of videos to teach you how to start charting charts and stuff like that. All right, yeah, there's over 20 videos that you can watch over and over if you want, over 10 hours of them, and a link to the Discord for $15. All right, well worth it. One trade over there, one good trade, and you'll make, you could possibly make a lot more than that. All right, now Caspa up 16. That's in the description of the video too. That level 3 membership, 16.2%, biggest. Well, besides this penguin or pudgy penguins, ranked number 48. Unbelievable, man. And how about Altcoin? I mean, come on. Someone out there makes a crypto called Altcoin. You can't tell me this wasn't not just a total joke with some buddies. Oh, let's make a crypto called Altcoin. I mean, no, absolutely zero. You know, behind it. It's just a meme coin, and it has a $1.59 billion market cap. Rank number 65. All right, $500 million in volume in the last 24 hours. Unbelievable. Someone got really rich off of making a crypto called Altcoin. And I've talked about this before. Turbo, good for that guy. I watched a video when he created that crypto. He did it all with AI, and what a good dude. I remember when it hit $1 million market cap, he did a video, and good for him. Look at Turbo now. I mean, it's just absolutely smashing it. Congratulations to him. And here we go. Here's Caspa, ranked number 39. $2.97 billion market cap. Look at that beautiful volume. 224 million. That's up quite a bit. Usually it's around 50 million per Caspa. Up 70% for the month. All right, we've been talking about this for a while. That this thing is due for a run, and here we go. It's looking great. All right, is it altcoin season? Well, let's take a look at the at this chart. This chart's pretty cool. And so, if you would please hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that very, very much, guys. No doubt about it. I could use it. Now, this is from CoinMarketCap. The Altcoin Season Index page provides real-time insights into whether the crypto market is currently in alt season, based on the performance of the top 100 altcoins relative to Bitcoin over the past 90 days, with detailed charts and metrics for tracking market trends and altcoin dominance. You can see over here, all right, the altcoin market cap is at 1.58. What is it? 1.58 trillion, and the altcoin season index is at a 55. That's the highest it has been. This chart goes back April 22nd. Can we go higher? You would think you could go high. Well, the last 90 days. Okay, so over here, altcoin season index is at a 55. It has to be at a 75 for it to be altcoin season. Historical values, yesterday it was at a 52. Last week it was at a 32. All right. Last month it was Bitcoin season. Yearly high and low. Yearly high, altcoin season, was at an 87. That was in December of 2024. And the yearly low, Bitcoin season, at a negative 12. Here is your top 100 coins over the last 90 days. All right. Yeah, Penguin up a 4.5x. SPX up 2.5x. CFX up almost a 2x. Virtual 180%. WIP about 150%. And you can come right down through them. Where's Caspa at here? Let's see. Injective, Pepe, down through here. Yeah, this is your top 100. Look at Bitcoin. Uh, Bitcoin's up 26% for the last 90 days. There's Caspa, 15.88%. That's top 100 coins over 90 days. So they must not be including this week because with Caspa up as much as it is this week. But you can see everything is up at least your top 100, and then it starts going. This is your last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your last 10 tokens right here are in the red, but 90% of the top 100 were in the green the last 90 days. So that is pretty cool for sure, right? You go through these and look at them. If you want to freeze it and check it out, pretty decent, right? Pretty decent performance here. And this has got to get huge. We're going to have to look at this in about 3 months. These numbers are going to blow your mind. These will be, yeah, you'll see stuff like this in a week, up, yeah, for sure. No question. Wait till alt season really kicks in, and you see what the numbers are. Market cycle indicators. Let's check this out. CoinMarketCap has some cool stuff. No doubt about it. Pi cycle top indicator. Let's see here. What we got here? All right, 2020. What's the score? This is all time. So 2020. All right, back here in, it says 2017. That was our top. It was the Pi cycle top indicator was up into the upper echelon, up into your red. It's not there yet. That's for sure. 2021. It almost made it up there. All right, your top right around here. Almost made it there. Here it did. 2017, it made it up into the top. This thing has nailed the top. I forget. Let's see here. Multiple undervalued. That's right about in the middle. Pi cycle top indicator. Let me zoom in on this. Blow this up a little bit here. All right. Here was the top back here. In 2017, it's when it crosses over. All right, it crossed over right there. Back here in 2014, it crossed over just after the top. 2017, just after. 2021, it pretty much nailed the top. This should have been the top. This was your second top here that actually had a new all-time high. But your first top here, it hit it, right? You had the crossover right there. 2017, it had the crossover. It's not even close to crossing over yet, right here. Okay, you can see they're still pretty far apart. The green and the blue. All right, that's the ones that cross. The green goes over top of the blue when it tops. Right here, top, here, top, and here, top. All right, still pretty far away from it here. All right, so Pi cycle top indicator is not indicating a top yet. There's your Bitcoin rainbow chart. All right, you blow this thing up. Yeah, here was 2017, 2021. Yeah, it's kind of getting away from this rainbow chart, right? What's that? 2011. Bitcoin kind of was only out a couple of years. 2013, 2017, 2021, and look at this one here. I mean, it's not going to make it up to that million, that's for sure, right? I mean, there's your halvings down here. Your first halving, your second halving. I wish this thing would get out of my way. This here. But yeah, second halving, your third halving, your fourth halving. It's kind of getting away from that rainbow chart, right? Yeah, it was staying pretty decent through here, up to 2017 even right here, but 2021 it's getting away from it and our high now. I mean, I still think we're close to a top. And personally, everybody's got their own view. Crypto market cycle top indicators. Yeah, pi cycle top. This was at 101,000. Yeah, I don't know what all that means here. Fear and greed index. Where's that at? See, this is some stuff we never really have looked at on this channel. Now that altcoin season is just about here, we're into greed 67. All right, that's once it hits extreme greed, then you got to start really worrying, right? I mean, it'll be there. Yesterday we were into greed. Last week we were at a 70. Last month we were at a 43 yearly highs. November 20th, we were at an 88 yearly low, extreme fear. March, April, May, June, 4 months ago, we were at a negative 15, and I had to been back through here. Yeah, April, March. Yeah, right here. Yeah, we ran up right through here, and May 29th, we were up at 67. That is now, it's close to 80, it looks like, right? Then we've run back up here. This is all time, but you can see, let's see here, 20, yeah, they just made this thing in 2023. Okay, your fear and greed index. So, well, let's look at the market overview real quick, and then we're going to move on to Caspa FYI, and then we're going to go back to that chart real quick and see where crypto total market cap, fear and greed index, altcoin season index. We'll just have to look at this next time. This has everything on it. At a 55, yeah, you can't move it up. Altcoin season, it needs to be up here in the 70s. $203.5 billion in volume last 24 hours. Wow, that's awesome. All right, so here's your fear and greed up here. Ethereum gas, Bitcoin dominance 59.7, ETH at 11.6, $3.91 trillion market cap. Wow. Cryptos. 18.69 million cryptos out there. Well, that's crazy. If you were thinking about making a crypto, 10 years ago, it's still a good idea now, but 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, you would have had a lot better chance of making it for sure. 834 exchanges. That's unbelievable. That's unreal. Wow. But I can't believe there's 18.7 million cryptocurrencies now. Once regulation really hammers in, and you're going to see a big difference. Here it is, number of cryptocurrencies. Let's see. Total number of cryptos, 18.7 million. Wow, there was a huge spike right there. What is that? Right. Oh, it keeps going past it for some reason. Right there. Created per day, 184,000. 184,000 on that day. Cryptos. Wow, unbelievable. 57, 54, 56,000. Wow. Up until yesterday, 24,000 created a day. And back here, look, August of 2024, look where it was at, 6,000, 4,005, and then it just had a massive spike. Wow. Up into 40, 50, 60, 70,000. Let's look at all time. That's what I want to see. There we go. Look at this. Back in 2020, created per day, 0.1011. What was that big spike? 258,000. That must be a glitch. There's 2023. You were at 1,000. 1100 a day, 1500, and look at this massive turn right about August, September of 2024, and it really just started getting crazy. But if you go back through 2017, look at this. If you would have made a cryptocurrency back in 2017 or 2018, yeah, you'd be in pretty nice shape right now. No question about it. Look at this. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Glitches up to 1 or 2 here and there, but then it really started picking up steam in, 2022? AI, right? A lot of people use it now to make cryptocurrencies. Well, about a year ago, it really started taking off. That's cool. That's a cool chart. I like that. Cryptocurrencies by chain. There's Solana, 47%. ETH. Yeah, that's because of gas fees, right? 59. Let's look at all time. Ethereum, 46%. Binance, 48%. So ETH and Binance Smart Chain, most of them. 2016, ETH had 98% in 2016. Once it got up here, and then once Binance came out, 2017, August, there's July of 2017, then it went to August, and look, Binance came out 49%. And a lot of people started jumping over there. Then present day over here, 60% are on Solana now. Ethereum, 2.72%. Base, Binance, 12.5%. Others, 3.63%. ETH, 2.72%. Wow. That's June 7th. And what's this? Total cryptos. Oh, here we go. Total cryptocurrencies. 2020 had 20,000. This tracks it back to what? 2015, there was 8,000. 8,800. 2022 went to 20,000. Wow, and then it crossed that million. In June of 2022, July of 2022 went over a million. But boy, it picked up a lot in a hurry there, right? May of 2022, you had 20,000. June, 48. July, 1.1 million. August, 1.2 million. September, 1.3. Then it really had a huge spike, right? Wow. 18.7 million. It went from August to September, October, 4 million. November, 5. Wow, and then it just went crazy straight up. Unbelievable. There's some pretty cool charts on here, though. I love this. Yeah, you have, this goes right back to 2016, ETH, and 2018. Yeah, a lot of people, it's because of Ethereum gas. I mean, let's face it, what's his name? Unbelievable. Any other time I'd be able to name it right now, but the guy created ETH. Pretty cool charts anyway. All right, Caspa FYI. Let's take a look here because we've had definitely had some selling. I glanced at this. Had a couple whales dip off in the last week, taking some profits. Let this build up a little bit. Yeah, if you like this kind of stuff, guys, hit that like, please. Makes me know. Last 7 days, -3 sharks, -4 whales. Last 24 hours, we're down 2 whales. All right, last 7 days, we've added 1 humpback. We have 20, and we're down 1 Aquaman last 7 days. That's an exchange, that Aquaman. I forget which. I think that was Maxi, actually. -4 whales, -2 last 24 hours, ever since we hit that 618 and 702. All right, come over here to the dashboard. See where this is at. Live transactions. 8.8 transactions per second, 11 blocks per second, 797.64 petahash. Next reward, 4.62 Caspa. There's your market cap and your ranking, and here's your live transactions going on right now on Kaspa. Now, if we come back over to this chart, let's see what's going on here. Since we been talking, oh boy, we've had a break. All right, so much for that pullback down here. Ended up taking off. Yeah. Definitely was not a fake, and it's moving up now. So no ABC back to 10.7. It's pulling out of here and it's starting to take off. Now it's going to have to get through. It's right back up to that 702 right now. All right, so we'll see what happens if it breaks through here. All right, if it breaks through the 702, it's probably heading up to 12.2. All right, 15 is getting right near the top. Is this where it ABCs? A, B, and then it pulls down here to 10.7. We'll have to see if it makes it through there or not. But if it does, look for your next area up here at 12.2, right up towards here, and eventually even higher, guys. This thing, quite honestly, the next area is going to be up 14, 15, 16, right up in that area. I mean, because we're through, I'm just curious if it's going to break this or not. I really am. It's right to that point. But, if it makes it up through 11.5, all right, then 12.2 would be your next target area to watch for. But overall, within the next few days, next week or so, I'd expect this thing to be up 17.5, right up in that area. I mean, it's broke. It's getting through that 786 and 702 area. We hit our first target area in here, and it's made it through. It's made it through here. Okay, to hit that 786, right? It's still there right now, that 786. So we still could get an ABC pullback. All right, but if it makes it through that area now, look for around 12.2, then possibly an ABC. But we're definitely looks like we're heading up into this higher area up here, this 1618 area eventually, up towards 17.5. So Caspa is looking really good. All right, thank you so much, guys. RSI is getting very, very high up here. Gonna have a pullback here at some time. Does it make it up to that 17.5 first? Or does it pull back here pretty soon? We'll see. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.